Mohit Chauhan said, "The one sure way of participating in the process of nation building is to vote on election day. Make the right choice and don't sell your votes." Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle, a program that chronicles the activities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. My name is Aisha Muhammad.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health we no see. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
On the program today, Emir of Gombe calls for support for the EFCC. EFCC seeks final forfeiture of Patience Jonathan's $8.4 million. EFCC rearranges ex-Jigawa State Governor Lamido and his sons over 1.35 billion naira fraud. This and more will come your way right after this timeout. Stay tuned. The Emir of Gombe and Chairman Gombe State Council of Emirs and Chiefs, Alhaji Abubakar Shehu Abubakar III, has called on the general public to support the activities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for the development of Nigeria. Rolake Odofinjolayemi tells us more.
The Emir made these remarks when he received the acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, in his palace in Gombe. The Emir commended Magu for the exceptional courage in conducting the affairs of the Commission, especially in the areas of assets recovery and convictions. He urged the chairman not to relent in his efforts at curbing the menace of corruption in Nigeria and urged the public to join hands with him in this onerous task. Earlier in his speech, the EFCC acting chairman, Ibrahim Magu, informed the Emir that he was in Gombe to meet with stakeholders and solicit their support in fighting corruption, which he described as the greatest threat to Nigeria's greatness. Magu said, "Fighting corruption is a serious business that needs all hands to be on deck. Even though the EFCC is given the mandate as provided by the law to fight corruption, he enjoined everybody to join the fight, including the royal fathers, stressing that it is the collective responsibility of everyone to get this task done for the development and progress of our country, Nigeria." Before visiting the Emir, Magu interacted with other critical stakeholders such as community leaders, civil society organizations, labor unions, professional bodies, student unions, media organizations, religious organizations, EFCC NYSE integrity clubs, and some social activists. He urged them to partner with the EFCC in ridding Nigeria of corruption.
We mobilized every Nigerian to join in the fight because I discovered that the most effective way of fighting corruption is to let everybody take ownership of the fight against corruption. You mobilize everybody. Even the children, it has no age problem. But first and foremost, those of us who are community leaders, who are various leaders in our various endeavors, should be brought together. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so that I will take corrections. So I never claim, or we never claim that the government agencies are the best agencies to fight against corruption. So there are so many ways of fighting corruption. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing, but I'm telling you that you have a role in the fight against corruption.
Magu rounded off the visit with a courtesy call on the Gombe State Command of the Nigeria Police, where he was received by the Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Garba Mukaddas. The duo stressed the need for synergy among officers of the two agencies. Rola Keldofinjolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has moved an application seeking the final forfeiture of the sums of over $8 million and 9.2 billion naira linked to Dame Patient Jonathan, the wife of former President Goodluck Jonathan. Rolake Odofinjolaimi again has the details on this.
The application was supported with an affidavit, 2 exhibits and a written address. Moving the application before Justice Mojisola Olatoregun of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, the EFCC, through its counsel Rotimi Oyedepo, urged the court to grant its prayers for the final forfeiture of the various sums of money. Counsel to the first respondent, Ifedayo Adedipe, SAN, told the court that he had filed a motion and a written address which he relied on for the processes filed. He stated that the EFCC had not invited the first respondent for questioning regarding the alleged money found in her account. He further submitted that the EFCC had not charged the first respondent to court for trial. Adedipe, who further stated that the applicant had not shown any reason that could warrant the final forfeiture of the money, therefore urged the court to refuse the application. Also, counsel to the second respondent, Oyewole Gboyega, SAN, told the court that he had a motion and notice challenging the court's action and asking for dismissal or striking out of the suit. He argued that the source of the funds was lawful and legitimate, adding that all that the applicant has is mere allegations and suspicions. He therefore urged the court to refuse application for the final forfeiture of the money. Counsel to the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth respondents, Mike Ozekome, SAN, also told the court that he had filed various applications, adding that the motion by the prosecuting counsel was an abuse of court processes. He further stated that the matter was already pending before Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja. He added, and I quote, "I wonder why the EFCC rushed down to Lagos to file the same matter. This is an abuse of court processes." End of quote. He said that he had filed an affidavit on the third respondent seeking the order of court for the applicant to show a video clip inside the court that reveals that the third respondent was legitimately involved. Ige Asemudara, counsel to the seventh respondent, told the court that he had a motion and prayed the court to set aside the interim forfeiture order of April 20th, 2018 and to strike out the suit. He also refuted the claim that the seventh respondent had been at large. Asemudara also told the court that the money in the account of the seventh respondent was not unclaimed. After listening to all parties, Justice Olatoregun adjourned till November 13, 2018 for further hearing. Justice Olatoregun had earlier ordered the interim forfeiture of the sum of $8,435,789.84 and $9,185,327,362 naira linked to the former First Lady. The court had on April 19, 2018, made an order of interim forfeiture of the monies following an ex parte application filed by the EFCC against Jonathan and some companies. The companies named in the suit, marked FHC/L/CS/620/18, are Globus Integrated Service Limited, Finchley Top Homes Limited, AMPM Global Network Limited, Pagmat Oil and Gas Limited, and Magal Resort Limited. Rolla Keld of Njolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has rearraigned the former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, on a 43-count amended charge bordering on abuse of office and money laundering before Justice Ijoma Ojukwu of the Federal High Court sitting in Maitama, Abuja. Amina Kawa has the details of the proceedings.
Sule Lamido's case had previously been heard by Justices Adeni Ademola and Babatunde Kadri before its eventual transfer to Justice Ojukwu by the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice Abdul Kafarati. It will be recalled that Lamido had earlier challenged the transfer of his case at the Federal High Court, Abuja, from Justice Adeni Ademola, now retired, to Justice Babatunde Kadri for determination. Lamido was arraigned alongside two of his sons, Aminu Sule Lamido and Mustafa Sule Lamido, Aminu Wada Abakar, Bamaina Holdings Limited, and Speeds International Limited, for allegedly defrauding the state to the tune of 1.35 billion naira. He allegedly abused his position as governor between 2007 and 2015 by awarding contracts to companies where he had interest, using his two sons as fronts. The former governor was equally alleged to have collected kickbacks from contractors in the state, with the funds allegedly paid into the accounts that were managed by his sons. The defendants pleaded not guilty to the counts when they were read to them. In view of the defendant's plea, Chila Okorama, counsel to EFCC, urged the court to fix a date for trial. However, counsel to the defendants, Joe Agi, SCN, informed the court of a pending application for the bail of the defendants. He added that the defendants were currently on bail for the same offense before another court. He further told the court that the defendant had also been granted administrative bail by the EFCC and did not violate any of its terms. Justice Ojukwu thereafter adjourned to November 22, 2018 for trial. Amina Kawa reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has closed its case in a 3.9 billion naira money laundering case involving a former Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Badi, retired. Amina Kawa again tells us more on what transpired in court.
Badi is standing trial alongside Iyali Kam Nigeria Limited, before Justice Okun Abang of the Federal High Court, Maitama Abuja. He allegedly abused his position by diverting Nigerian Air Force NAV funds for personal enrichment and acquisition of properties in choice areas in Abuja. The former air chief was first arraigned in 2015 on a 10-count charge bordering on criminal breach of trust, abuse of office and money laundering to the tune of 3.9 billion naira. Upon discovery of fresh evidence, Bade was rearraigned by the anti-graft agency on July 4, 2018 on an amended 14-count charge bordering on money laundering, which he pleaded not guilty to. At the resumed sitting, counsel to EFCC, Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, told the court that the prosecution would be closing its case after calling 21 witnesses to prove the charge against the defendant, Bade. With the close of the prosecution's case, the stage is set for the defendant to prove his innocence on the charges preferred against him. However, Bade's counsel, Akin Olijimi, SCN, informed the court of the defense's intention to make a no-case submission, noting that the prosecution had failed to establish the necessary ingredients as to warrant explanation from the defendant. Justice Abang asked the defense to serve the prosecution with the processes within 21 days and the prosecution to respond within 10 days after service. Thereafter, the case was adjourned to November 21, 2018 for adoption of written addresses on the no-case submission. Amina Kawa reporting for The Eagle.
He could have been my father or someone else's brother. For me to take my dough. No need for me to go cafe. I hustle hard to make my pay. No need to do ya, to do ya.
If you're just joining us, the program is still The Eagle, a production of the Public Affairs Department of the EFCC. If you have any comments or opinions, you can reach us through our email, theeagle@efccnigeria.org. Let's take more reports from the court. The trial of a former governor of Plateau State, Jonah Jang, could not continue on the 31st of October 2018 due to his inability to appear in court. Rolake Odofinjolayemi has details on why he wasn't in court. Over to you, Rolake.
Jang is being prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, before Justice Daniel Longji of the Plateau State High Court, sitting in Jos on a 12-count charge bordering on misappropriation of state funds to the tune of 6.3 billion naira. The serving senator allegedly embezzled special funds released to the state by the Central Bank of Nigeria 2 months to the end of his tenure as governor in 2015. Specifically, Jang allegedly pocketed 2 billion naira released by the CBN for disbursement to small and medium enterprises in the state under the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Funds, MSMEDF, just a month before the expiration of his tenure in April 2015. He is also said to have abused his office as governor by collecting money to the tune of 4.3 billion naira from the state coffers through the cashier of the Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Yusuf Gang Pam. Jang was docked alongside Pam, who was also accused of using his office for personal enrichment to the tune of 11.5 million naira. At the resumed trial on 31st of October 2018, Defense Counsel Robert Clark, SAN, asked for an adjournment to enable his client receive medical attention. He said, and I quote, "My lord, my client was rushed to the hospital this morning for high blood pressure and high sugar level. I had a brief discussion with the medical director of the hospital, who told me that my client needs a rest for at least 3 days to enable him recover properly. We are sorry for his inability to be in court." End of quote. Clark added that he had a medical report buttressing his claims. EFCC counsel Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, opposed the motion for adjournment, arguing that the medical report was issued by a private hospital and on the said date. He said there was nothing to prove in the medical reports that he was rushed to the hospital. He further stated that the hospital only asked him to rest, and that will not stop him to stand his trial. After listening to the arguments of the counsels, Justice Longji adjourned to December 4th, 2018 for continuation of trial. Rolla Keldofin-Jolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of The Eagle. You too can be part of this program by sending your inquiries and suggestions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org, or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCC ng@gmail.com. You can like our page on facebook.com/Official EFCC, or follow us on Twitter at Official EFCC. And of course, you can visit our Instagram page at Official EFCC. To watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/Official EFCC. My name is Aisha Muhammad. We'll leave you with these words. No country is perfect. You need to make it a better place. Join the EFCC in ridding Nigeria of corruption. Goodbye and God bless Nigeria.